Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is May the 3rd. Spring is flying by. We're already in May. Thank you for joining me on this early morning here in Toronto, Canada, where I'm streaming from. Thank you for joining me from wherever you're from and whenever you're from. Whether you've got up really early on the West Coast or you're staying up really late for our Euro viewers, welcome. Let's do some life drawing. I'm not going to do too much talking today. I kind of had to push myself a bit to get up this morning and draw. I had a very late night, but let's do this. Let's draw. It's the whole point of the stream. Just a couple of housekeeping notes. Next Wednesday's live drawing stream, it'll be in the evening, 8 p.m. It's updated on Twitch and YouTube, so you can watch it. If you do want to watch it, you'll have to adjust your time there. But the Monday morning portrait drawing stream will be the same time as usual, so that'll be in the morning here on the East Coast, I believe 10 a.m. Other than that, that should be it. There will be a slight adjustment in May with the drawing streams. I'll be starting them an hour early just for May, June, due to some summer courses, but hopefully after that I'll push them back down to 10 o'clock, because 9 o'clock is a bit early for everybody, especially for me. So just that adjustment. Just keep an eye. I do try to update the schedule on Eventbrite to give you kind of the latest information. I also update the schedule on the About page on Twitch and YouTube. So try to keep an eye out on those, just so we know we're all on the same page and we're showing up at the same time. Please, I always encourage you to do two things. As I'm kind of trying to build a community around it. Feel free to type in Twitch chat, introduce yourself. I'll do the best I can to interact. While I'm drawing, it's tough to concentrate and have a conversation at the same time, I'm sure, as you all know, as aspiring artists. And please get your artwork up on Discord. We got a lot of people uploading on Discord. It's starting to get some traction. That's always nice. So there's that. Okay, let's begin. We're going to start up with some warm-up poses, and then we're slowly going to slow down into some longer format poses, eventually ending with a long format 30-minute pose. Last session was intense, a lot of tough poses. Hopefully my stream's a little easier on me. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. I got the first photo of the day. I'm gonna adjust my canvas. Okay, let's do this. These are only 2 minutes to just warm-ups. Take it easy, flex out all your muscles and whatnot. Let's go. 2 minutes has officially started on the clock. Let's do this. I'm just adjusting my mic so you can hear me. Sometimes my own mic comes in my way when I'm drawing. Let's see. I start cold. I don't warm up prior to these streams. I figure might as well add it in the stream. So I'm just kind of loosening up everything. I know I've gone much too large, but that's okay. Good thing the backhand is hidden, so we don't have to draw that. But I like that abdominal, the little muscular in there. She doesn't have a six-pack, but it's almost like a pre-six-pack, right? Like I said, we're just warming up. 40 seconds left. Kind of just having fun here. I don't think I've even got the proportions right. We'll see. Or maybe I do. I've gone much too large. I know that is certain. It's okay. Seconds, sorry, 5 seconds. Okay, little abstract, but that's okay. Oh, it's rare we get the same model back to back. But let's do this. This is gonna be difficult. I think your brain is gonna play some games with you here, because we've gone with the same model from front to back. So it's gonna play games with you for sure. I'm just breaking it down into 3 parts: the torso, the abdomen, and then the pelvic area. We don't see too much of the legs. That technically could be the 4th area. Seconds. It's tricky, isn't it? I'm trying to find the flow of the pose. She's almost like, you can kind of feel the weight with the buttocks. Okay, I think I have something slightly in proportion here. Definitely a little small with the head. Okay, 1 second left, that's it. Not bad. I do have some form, which is always nice. Wow, what do we have here? Okay. I bought this pack. A while ago. I just never used it. Look at that. That's going to be very difficult to interpret, but do what you can. Now I've gone way too small, but that's the point, I guess. Just want to give myself room. Studies like this are really good. I need to do this more often. I think we do. This is a very, you're really, if the book Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, we're really dipping into that, the psychology of drawing and how your brain interprets information. It's like you're taking the anatomy you've learned and then you're flipping it backwards, right? And I think that really makes you a better artist. We got a minute. I am very surprised that I was able to interpret this. Look at that. Very nice. Well, for you folks at home. Seconds. This is a very rough interpretation, but I feel I kind of got the essence of it. I will let you be the judge of that. Very simple. I was able to kind of... Okay, let's move on. Wow, we're getting some interesting poses here, aren't we? Some people, you know, I think would kind of question sometimes where I start, you know? Like I'm starting in the pelvic region here for some reason. I don't know how to explain it, I just go with the flow. Whatever catches my eye. You do you. That's what I say. There's no right or wrong. did the legs first. That's hilarious. Okay. We got a minute left. Let's see if I can kind of. My God, the hand. Whew. Expression on the face. That's beautiful. 10 seconds, folks. 10 seconds. If you're joining the stream, welcome. We're just warming up here. Just warming up. Okay. Okay, this is the last warm-up pose. Let's do this. Should be straightforward. What am I doing? Should be straightforward. I've gone way too small with the skull. Leave it at that. Like I said, if you're experiencing any technical issues, do let me know in chat. I'll do whatever I can to help. But so far, I think these streams have been pretty smooth. Now she's got a very big bust, so that might throw you off a bit in terms of everything else. I love the posture, man. I wish I could naturally sit in that upright form. I guess the plight of an artist is you kind of lose your posture a bit. Once again, curvature of bums and calves are my weakness. Let's see if we can fix that over time. We're at 10 seconds. I definitely screwed up a couple of things here, but that's okay. She was coming together. Okay, first 10-minute pose. Let's begin. Slow down just a bit. Take your time. Be a little self-aware, as usual. How you want to start this pose. How do you want to approach it? If you remember this model I just did earlier for the warm-up, I did the legs first. So there's no right or wrong way, as long as you have a methodology behind it. Excuse the slurping in the background. I'm having my morning coffee. I'm gonna do it with the head first. I don't think in 10 minutes I'm gonna have time to capture that expression, but we'll see what we can do. Like I said, just take your time. This is the first pose of the day. No rush. I've gone way too large. I'm well aware of that. My canvas people. Let's see if we can fix that. I'm looking at the first thing that's really going to capture me is how the pectoral muscles are tilted down and a little up to the right. He's got a bit of a tilt to him. You can see that in the shoulder blades as well, right? And a very, very wide neck pose here. So keep that in mind too, right? Center of gravity, I'm trying to find it. It's like tilted. It's like a curve, a very subtle curve down the center here. That. I don't know if you can see it at home. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Could be that shoulder. Oh, yeah, there. You can kind of capture a bit of that sagging belly. That's always interesting. There is no doubt that I'm kind of struggling a bit here. It's okay, we'll find a solution here. How are we doing on time? We're at the halfway mark, so I am most definitely a little behind schedule. Really taking my time here. This is the second time I've had to resize. My apologies. For you folks at home with pen and paper, pencil paper, whatever your weapon of choices. See, I came off with this pose very hesitant, not very confident, and it's coming together quite well. Coming together quite well. I want to capture that kind of sagging belly. I honestly don't know how. We're at 2 minutes. This, remember the definitely have to fix this leg. It is way too wide. Let's see what we can do. See what we can do on short notice. Still doesn't feel right, but we'll leave it. Get that knee bone in. Yes, I'm aware we're missing an arm here. Where is it? Okay, we're down to 30 seconds, folks. 30 seconds. This was a very, right off the bat, quite a challenging pose. Let's see. That arm is playing games with me. Okay, there we go. Let's up a bit. I didn't think I could finish this in 10 minutes, but we did it. There we go. We got a bit of a basic render in 10 minutes. Oh boy. Okay. Another tough one. Come on, let's do this, folks. Draw with me. You can do this. Just break it down into shapes. Very basic. And we'll take it from there. Between that and the final product, hopefully you don't get a migraine. Okay. I am starting much smaller this time, so maybe I can pull it off in one canvas without resizing. We'll see. Ooh, this is gonna be difficult. Okay. So like I said, I usually start out with the upper torso. Remember, her shoulders are not aligned. And I've kind of messed that up already. Totally off with the arm. Completely off with the arm. That's funny. shoulder. Oh, subtle. Such a subtle line. Well, as they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I think I might have gone a little too long now. There we go. There we go. Something does still feel off. Okay, that looks more realistic. Okay. When the arms and the legs are very extended, I don't know if you find this, I find it harder to render. There is definitely some drawing psychology going on when the human being is kind of like all spread out and... Anyways, I digress. If that little lower abdomen pelvic region is throwing you off, don't sit on it too long, just come back to it. Sometimes it takes a couple of goes before you really figure it out. If I'm just not feeling a part of the anatomy and it's not coming together well, I'll just walk away from it and come back later. I always find that helps. This is only a 10-minute pose, so you can feel my pain. That leg might need to be longer. Come back and see. Could be wrong. The curvature of the back of her thigh there, coming up, very difficult. That's gonna be very difficult if you want to do it in one stroke, which I suggest you do because it'll look natural like that, like as one stroke. The gut, the folds of her gut, line weight is so important to make it look realistic, and I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve that. We're at 3 minutes. Time is, by all measures, flying by. stroke. Come back to the foot. I'm just not confident with it yet. It with a minute left. We've done it. I got a minute. I could technically do some shading, but I probably won't. I'm not happy with the line weight. That left arm here the lines are too thick. But there is force with that arm. The arm is doing a lot of carrying. I don't know. I just don't feel it. And I can tell you already, good lord, I just noticed that the head is very small. Maybe tuck it like there. There we go. Seconds. Do what you can. I'm just trying to find the center of the head here. Okay. Not bad for the first pose of the morning. It was a little tricky, but we did it. Zoom it in a little bit. Okay. This is the next. Oh, this was that 2 10-minute poses? My god, okay. So we did 2 10-minute poses. As you can see here. This is the first 20 minutes. So we got 3 20-minute poses and then a 30-minute pose. So things have slowed down. Take your time. These poses have been difficult lately. I'm gonna try and capture that face first and see where it takes us. Trying to capture that three-dimensionality of the face, which I think I got. This is a very rough and minimalist rendering. You probably won't even see it at home. Apologies. we go. Just want to see it at home. That's a very rough rendering. I can tell already I'm gonna have to resize this canvas for sure. I don't know why I'm struggling here. Struggling with that neckline. It's so subtle. I love it. And I'm wondering if I can kind of capture the essence of it. There we go. Once again, we have a model with quite a big bust. Might throw you off on the proportions. Hopefully it doesn't. Got 20 minutes, so I'm essentially just taking my time here. Something does particularly feel off. I think I've done it too large. Keeping an eye on all that stretching and skewing and folds by the abdomen. Once again, very similar to the previous model. Also, because those legs are so closer to our point of view, they should be kind of confusing you a bit. I might have gone a little too large with the pelvic region. If you're a regular viewer, you know how things are kind of working out. I start off with the head. Most of the time, I do throw myself off sometimes. Then I'll do the bust, work my way up to that abdominal area, pelvic region, and then the legs. I'm gonna work my way down. Seems like the most natural thing to do is just work your way down. Man, I love the line work I had done for the leg, but now I just have to erase it because it's out of proportion. I feel like art also tests your ego. How much of your work are you willing to destroy for the name of style? Not easy, eh? Yeah, Drake, it does. It's humbling. You develop a thick skin. It does help you with so many different skills. I think everybody should do art. Not only is just like if you're choosing it as a career, but personal development. Not necessarily drawing too. I think music offers you a lot of those same skill sets. It's one of those fields where no matter how much you think you know, the artists have been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years. They're still humbled by it because it's so challenging. But overall, I think it does make you a better person. It really does. I have an appreciation for it. Yes, for all you YouTubers watching this, one of our viewers, Drake, sums it up quite eloquently. He says, art is a duality and error. That's almost like the like a dichotomy, right, between arrogance and ambition. Attempting to do something. We got 10 minutes left, and I've almost rendered this pose. I thought this would be much harder. I don't know what's going on today. I can't explain it. Sometimes you get a flow, and sometimes you just don't have it, right? Anyways, I'll take what I can get. Today looks like I didn't need much warming up. Glad you could join me again, Drake. I really have to be careful with the line work here. And I definitely know the head is small again. We're gonna fix that. It's probably because I resized that whole section earlier, and now I'm paying for it. What's throwing me off is just the oh my god, I forgot the word for it. But that leg, that left leg, right? As it gets closer to the camera, I'm sure one of my viewers know the word for it. I completely forgot. It gets larger, and I think that's throwing my proportions off a bit. Oh my god, it's a very fundamental word. I'm surprised I lost it. Foreshortening, thank you, Drake. The foreshortening is throwing me off. Got a bit of a lapse in memory there. Foreshortening always really plays games with your proportion, right? It is a very, very tough skill to achieve. To just go in there and obsessed with line work, as you probably know now, so I'm just going back and really trying to smooth it out. I know foreshortening is playing games with me right now because I want to kind of get the bust a little bigger, but I know I shouldn't. I just have to accept the weight that those legs coming at us are taking up so much volume and space. But my brain is telling me, why are you drawing the legs so big? Okay, we're at 5 minutes. Try and get some shading in. It's a little big brush. I use a big sloppy brush only because we're on a 20-minute time limit and I try to get as much done. Also, it is training me to be a faster artist, right? So there is that. But honestly, you should probably take your time if you're doing any kind of sketching and shading. Done on time. We got 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. I've said this multiple times. If the 30-minute format, 30-minute format isn't working for you, try to work around it. I know some people draw faster than others. Some people draw very slow. Unfortunately, I can't keep everybody happy, but I do the best I can. I think these formats kind of meets everybody in between. I forgot, once I commit to a shading layer, shading layer, it's harder to really harder to resize by layer. 40 seconds. We're wrapping it up for the first 20-minute pose of the day. I'm just kind of obsessing over some details here. Okay. That's it. Let's move on. He's a little small. I apologize for you people on mobile devices. Do what you can. Another great pack that I recently bought. Let's do this. Once again, foreshortening is our friend here. Isn't it? Have to be careful of the angle. Really be careful of the angle here. try and capture that hand. It is it's twisted inward, it's folded inward, the fingers are kind of popping out. It's rare you get to see the hand in that position, so really try and take it as a challenge if you can render it. I'm gonna come back to it, maybe after a little bit of shading. I got the gist of it, but yeah. If I see something difficult, I'll try to... I do simplify it, but I'm very well aware that I want to come back and tackle it as a challenge. Even that shoulder's such an odd shape. And I really think I'm screwing the pooch here with it. Much too large, maybe? Okay, we're at the 10-minute mark. I'm going a little slower than the previous pose, but I'm being a little more, just a little more tender, loving care with this one. I don't know why. Don't expect me to draw the gun, folks. No way, Jose. I feel I don't have the time for it, and it's really not pertinent to the gesture drawing study. Okay. As our friend Drake has said, yes. A lot more muscle study, a lot more foreshort. Well, the whole body at this point, right? With the previous pose, we just had to worry about her legs. But this one, yes. Her whole body. Oh, sorry. You're watching at home. It can be a little disjarring. Obsessing over that right arm. Just not happy with it. There we go. A little too extended, maybe? Yeah. I'll have to live with it or I'll be here all day. Okay, let's do a little bit of shading. It does feel weird that we can't see his left arm. It's kind of thrown me off a bit. Because you have the urge to draw it, but there is no left arm. I guess the gun kind of will add that value to it, but I don't know. I'm gonna just do a very simple shape for the gun. Just so it gives me an idea of proportion, if I've done it right. Tell already I haven't. Comes up to the upper thigh and then kind of overlaps, so. Where are we? There we go. Oh man, I'm really screwing this up. See, this is why I didn't want to do the gun, it would just take too much time. But I just want to make sure I got everything in proportion here. you can tell, see, the gun kind of teaches you things. My thigh should be out a bit more. The line weight of that thigh is going to be so important. Just want to get it in a nice one gestural stroke there. I'll live with that. Not the best, but I'll live with that. Now the shading for the muscle structure, yeah, we'll need an hour for that, minimum. You could be here all day with the shading. I only got 3 minutes left. I've decided to make an executive decision and not do shading. We're gonna do that arm, like I said we would. Very difficult, but let's do it. Right in the hand. In theory, I should be using a much smaller brush. Drake, this is a fun, this is a challenging and fun position. I'm glad it ended up generating as a 30-minute pose, because I don't know if we'd really, personally, I don't know if I'd be able to capture it in such a short time. It's a shame I didn't get any shading on it done. I really wanted to capture those insanely well formed and toned leg muscles here. Oh well, you can't have everything. I'm very much debating whether I should do longer streams where I just do like full on, but I don't know how exciting it is to watch me draw for the same thing for 4 hours. Maybe I should just do it and just upload it as opposed to a live stream. Okay, we're at the last minute. That's it. Feel there's, let's see if we can do this. This is cheating, I know. Just tilt like that. Okay. Hmm. 20 seconds, folks, 20 seconds. I'm just experimenting here with some line direction. Okay, interesting. Okay, last 20-minute pose. I think she is one of the first packs I've ever bought. We got a lot of sitting poses today, don't we? Okay. Maybe that's the quick pose app trying to tell me something. For me, we're past the hour mark. We're actually at an hour and a half, so on a personal level, the once you hit that 2-hour mark, I feel like the fatigue starts to kind of kick in a bit. seen some streamers who draw for 5-6 hours. I am completely in awe. Respect to that. I think if I just doodle and draw random stuff, I think I can do that for a long time. But like when I get into deep studies like this can be exhausting. Yeah, definitely. Definitely with you there, Drake. Well, also, I think when you draw that long, and if you really love drawing, it also almost becomes like a meditative state, right? Like a stress-free state. And we're doing technically, like very technical studies here. I am at least. And I'm very self-aware of line weight and stroke direction and all that stuff. But if you're drawing just for fun, just to flow with just random stuff, I think it's probably not as taxing, right? When I first started streaming, I had another viewer. I think he was a streamer too, and he kind of was saying streaming also affects it a bit, right? Subconsciously. Which I think I've kind of got over that anxiety of making mistakes on a stream in front of people. I'm kind of glad, and I encourage everybody to kind of draw and stream, because you not only develop your skills drawing, but you're developing your skills kind of drawing in front of people. You're kind of getting over that shyness. Definitely. I also feel if I'm not a career artist or a professional, but if you're a professional, you kind of end up drawing a lot of the same thing every day, and you kind of come home exhausted. But I feel if I do find myself at that professional level, say as a comic book artist or a concept artist or whatever, I'd probably come home and do something completely different. Still draw, but maybe like watercolor, or start doing architectural renderings. Just that's something they don't talk about too much of the art community. It's just really changing and constantly learning, like continuous improvement. Not to get too technical about it. And I think the true artists kind of follow that path. When they're kind of content with one art form or one format or medium, they kind of move on to the next. But not everybody has that ambition, right? Interesting, I've never heard of that one. IDGAF. What is that acronym for? Yeah. Well, if you go on ArtStation, which can be depressing sometimes, but you'll find an artist who has such a unique style. Like it cannot be it's so varied and so different from everybody else. You can tell like that just comes from years of reckless experimenting, right? You're drawing stuff, it doesn't look anything like the way you want it, but you just keep going anyways. That's most definitely, you know, how you develop a style like that. It's so abstract, but still interpretive. You still know it. A sheep looks like... You find that in children's illustrators. Children's illustrators, like some of their artwork is so unique and bubbly. You wonder how they developed that. It is a tough field to break into, but the ones who are kind of the veterans of it, they have such unique styles. I'm always fascinated by that category of art. Children's book illustration. Okay, we're at 12 minutes. We've passed the halfway mark. My god. Time is going way too fast for me here. that right leg is slightly at a higher plane than the left. Just a tad. If you're really particular about attention to detail. We're at the 3-minute mark. 3-minute mark. Almost there. I am having some difficulty with the face, but I'm not panicking just yet. I just wanted to get the direction of the face, and I think I have that. I'm not too worried about getting complete details. That'll never happen in such a constricted time space. I will say that switching over my Monday sessions into portrait sessions have really given me more confidence in drawing faces when I'm doing larger poses like this, not where I'm strictly focusing on portraitures. They're very interconnected. Now, my faces used to be horrible, even if when it was a minimalistic rendering like this. And I'm glad I took a viewer's advice and switched over to do some more portrait studies. Which portrait studies are kind of like literally its own field, right? There are people who just draw portraits for a living. Nowadays it's very corporate, from my understanding. It's very corporate, or you're doing it for like government officials or something like that. It is an interesting niche career path, isn't it? In the modern world we live in, portrait drawing. Kind of like the artists who do court renderings, which is always an interesting dynamic as well. Okay, we're just at 1.5 minutes. There's so much information in that neckline. I just want to be able to capture it, but I don't think I'll to. Just fascinated by it. There's no right or wrong way with these, not long form, but I'd say mid form gestures. You draw what you want to draw. You draw what interests you. And if you really want to just focus on a specific part, you do you. I have a couple of the old drawing from the master books, and you can kind of see like Leonardo da Vinci kind of just sit and drawing, like, just how the head turns. No head detail or anything, but just like head turning for a couple of pages. And then he's at a market square and he's rendering a water fountain. Okay. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Is that it? Okay, that's our 30-minute pose. This is going to be nice. Very nice muscle study here for 30 minutes. Let's do this. It is a little small. I apologize again to our viewers at home. He is a little small. He should be a little bigger. I'm too scared of screwing things up to try and go into the software and make him zoom in a bit. I don't want to screw things up. So do what you can with the rendering. See if you can get them in there. I've gone way too large from my canvas already, but that's okay. 30 minutes is a long time. I should definitely get some shading in. Like I said, if you just want to focus on one specific part, go for it. I always say with props, guns, whatever the portrait comes with, don't let that distract you. Focus on the body. You can draw it, but I feel it can be distracting sometimes and take you away from the core of what you're trying to achieve today. want to a random bit of information. If you want to look at a great artist who does great muscle studies and just really understands the fundamentals of it, just in simple black and white ink, definitely check out an artist named Justin Sweet. I think he did a lot of stuff for Lord of the Rings and Narnia, and I'm sure he's very well inspired by Frank Frazetta. But he's got some artwork out there that's just strictly black and white, a pen on paper, and it's beautiful. Well, that's not good. Here we go. watch out for the legs. The mistake I just made is made them too short. So that's kind of throwing me off a bit. I'll go back and fix it. Fix that arm as well. Let me do the leg first, and then I'll come back to you. We passed the 10-minute mark, so stuff is happening here. I try to draw a little circle, almost like a what do you call it? Almost like the circular plane. To help me get the knees, to capture the rotation at the knees. Doesn't always work, but definitely losing it here. we're at the halfway mark. I believe I'm confident with the line work. I'm not sure where you are at your point in journey, but hopefully you're gonna get some time for shading in here. As I will. I did some line work. Ooh. Ooh, not my. I did some line work on the shading layer. I'm gonna go back and fix that. I am a man of principle, so cannot let that happen. That's very abstract. Okay, we're at the 10-minute mark. We're almost there, folks. I'm basically trying to interpret. There's so much muscle information here, so much muscle to draw. I'm just gonna take my time and try and get some of it out. And while I'm at it, work on a bit of shading. his hair is white, it's almost at the same tonal plane as the skin, even though they're completely two different colors. So something to keep an eye on. It's amazing how color is a completely different animal, which I have to learn. Two colors that look completely different can be still on the same tonal plane. Science of color, my friends. Okay, folks, we're down to the last minute. That's all we're gonna do for today. I got quite a bit here in the shading department, which is really uncharted territory for me. But that's how it is. I'm glad I've made it this far. We're down to 30 seconds. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Really appreciate it. Was a tough session? Well, they always are. There's no easy way out in learning art. Okay. I will be back. What is today? Friday. So I'll be back Monday morning. We're gonna do some portrait studies. Hopefully you can join me. And hopefully you can get your artwork up on the Discord server. Sorry, a bit of a stretch there. Yes. Core shadows are really nice, yeah. Also the contrast, which is very difficult, right? When you get deep shadows and then you get some strong highlights. So he had a mixture of that, so that's always nice to see too. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, I'll get these up on Discord. Encourage you to do likewise. And that's pretty much it. We'll continue the journey. Hopefully in the next couple of months we can start tackling some color, and I probably will eventually get into some long form studies. I think that's my next step. It's just develop that attention span to draw a specific pose for a couple of hours and see where that takes me. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend. Take care.